There are 5 things someone who genuinely hates you will hand you. And if you're seeing even one of them, you need to pay attention. Because hatred doesn't always show up as yelling, drama, or obvious fights. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's strategic. Sometimes it's a person who smiles to your face while privately rooting for your downfall. By the end of this video, you'll know what real hatred looks like in everyday life. You'll recognize the signals you've been brushing off, and you'll stop guessing who in your circle can't stand you. Before we start, like the video and subscribe for more psychology insights on boundaries, manipulation, and the patterns that shape your relationships. Now let's get into it. Number 1, they give you attention only when they want something. People who hate you don't reach out to see how you're doing. They don't check in because they care. They don't stay consistent. They show up when they need a favor, a connection, or access to something you have. And the moment they get what they came for, they vanish again. That's the tell. With them, you're not a person. You're a tool. They acknowledge you when you're useful, then pretend you don't exist when you're not. Your messages sit unanswered. Plans never happen. Your life doesn't matter to them. But suddenly they're warm and friendly the second they need something. That's not busy. That's exploitation. People who respect you want connection, not just convenience. If someone only remembers you when they need something, they don't value you. They're using you. And that's not friendship. That's contempt. Number 2, they give you public disrespect disguised as humor. They joke about you in front of other people. They make you the punchline. They call out your flaws in a way that gets laughs. And the second you react, they hit you with the classic move, relax, it's just a joke, or you're too sensitive, or why are you taking it so seriously? Here's what's really happening. It's hostility packaged as comedy so they can deny it later. This is one of the cleanest forms of social aggression because it gives them cover. They get to humiliate you and still look funny. And if you challenge it, they flip it on you. Now you're the problem. Now you're the one killing the vibe. No, you're responding to disrespect. Real friends don't embarrass you for entertainment. They don't need an audience to feel powerful. If someone repeatedly puts you down in public, that's not playful. That's resentment leaking out with a smile. Number 3, they give you nothing when you win. You achieve something, you hit a goal, you level up, and they go quiet. No congrats, no support, no genuine acknowledgement, just blank space. Meanwhile, they hype up other people's wins, just not yours. That silence is not neutral, it's information. People who care about you feel good when good things happen to you. People who hate you feel threatened by your progress. Your success forces them to face their own stagnation. So instead of celebrating, they withdraw, ignore it, or shrink it. And if they do say something, it's often a little compliment with poison in it. Must be nice. You got lucky. Anyone could do that. They take the shine off your moment because they can't stand you having one. Pay attention to who goes quiet when you're doing well, because that quiet is loud. It's telling you exactly where they stand, and it's not on your side. Number 4, they give you instability on purpose. With them, you never know where you stand. One day they're friendly, the next day they're cold. One moment they're engaging, the next they act like you're annoying for speaking. You keep trying to find the right version of them, the one that treats you normally, but it keeps disappearing. This isn't always accidental. For people who resent you, inconsistency is power. It keeps you off balance. It makes you overthink. It makes you work harder for basic respect. And when you're busy trying to stabilize the relationship, you're not focused on the fact that it shouldn't be unstable in the first place. Psychology has a name for this pattern: intermittent reinforcement. When someone gives you small random good moments in between coldness, your brain gets hooked trying to earn the next good moment. You start chasing crumbs and calling it connection. If a relationship constantly makes you confused, anxious, and hyper-aware of your behavior, that's not chemistry, that's control. Number 5, they give you hope, then yank it away. This is the cruelest one. They'll act like things are improving. They'll be warmer, more attentive, more present. And you start thinking, maybe I misread them, maybe it's getting better, maybe they do care. Then, without warning, they pull back again. Cold, distant, dismissive, like that good version never existed. That cycle isn't random. It keeps you stuck. People who hate you don't necessarily want you gone. They want you uncertain. They want you trying. They want you investing energy into fixing something that was never broken on your end. They give you just enough kindness to keep you attached, Then they remove it to remind you where you stand. And you'll notice what happens to you in this cycle. You start blaming yourself. You start replaying everything you said. You start trying to earn basic decency. You start chasing the moment when things felt okay again. But that moment was bait. Not because you're foolish, but because you're human. Your brain is wired to seek safety and connection, and they're exploiting that wiring. Once you see this pattern, you stop negotiating with it. You stop trying to prove your worth to someone who benefits from you doubting it. These 5 things aren't subtle once you know what to look for. And if you're experiencing even one of them consistently, you're not dealing with someone who merely doesn't vibe with you. You're dealing with someone who actively resents you and is expressing it through behavior. The real question is how long you're going to keep pretending you don't see it. You don't have to audition for respect. You don't have to keep explaining yourself to someone committed to misunderstanding you. And you definitely don't have to stay in relationships where you're barely tolerated instead of genuinely valued. People who care about you make it clear. You don't have to decode them, you don't have to beg, you don't have to guess. If any of these signs hit close to home, leave a comment below. For more psychology on boundaries, manipulation, and how to stop wasting your energy on the wrong people, like the video and subscribe.